Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed a get ready with me and first impressions of some products that I picked up at TJ Maxx, including the Cargo Emerald City palette and the Anastasia blush trio, as well as the Anastasia stick foundation, as well as the Bite Beauty lipstick that I received in my FabFitFun box. If you didn't watch that video, go do that. And yeah, so if you like these types of videos, make sure that you're subscribed and click that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and keep on watching. Okay, so I have obviously put some concealer down and set it and did my brows. I look so trippy. I wonder, look. Like this is just one big hood and I have such big lids, like it's so weird. Anyway, I'm going to use mostly this Cargo palette. It's called Emerald City. And then I have the Subculture palette as well that I may use for like a transition shade. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit scared of this one. So this is the Subculture palette. And I think I'm going to go in first with this Dawn color. And just see. I've heard that this is super pigmented, so I'm a little nervous to go in with Fudge right off the bat. Okay, so that was a super light shade. And it is powdery like people have said it is. Let me just open up the Cargo palette and see what we have inside, because I mostly want to use the Cargo one today. Oh, I'm scared. So this is Emerald City. You can see. I think I'm going to go in with this fairy color. I'm just going to build up that transition color. Super light still. So I think it's time to just go big or go home, and we're gonna give this coffee shade a try. I've watched other videos, and so I know this is super pigmented and dark. So I'm just gonna put that in the outer V. Okay guys, we're done. Just kidding, just kidding. All right, we're gonna try to blend this. And when I do this, all I see is blinding. This is the first time I've tried a Cargo eyeshadow palette, but I'm impressed so far. It's not super powdery or anything. There's not a lot of fallout. Okay, so let's start building. I think we're gonna go straight in with this Fremont color. It's that dark emerald green. So I'm just kind of packing it on. So So I'm gonna go back in with that original blending brush and just kind of blend out the edges. Now, I don't know if it's what I used as my base, but I feel like I'm a little patchy through here. I don't know if you can see on my iPhone that I'm using to film. So I'm not sure about that. I feel like I tend to get patchy, so I don't know if it's like my skin or whatever I'm using to prep my eye area with, but I definitely noticed that. All right, so next I think I'm gonna go in with the color called The Hill. I'm just using one of these shadow switchers because I'm apparently using a brush that I didn't clean earlier, and it still had some purple on there from like a really long time ago. So these are bomb. They come in like a little metal tin like that. So again, I'm just gonna pack it. This one seems to be a little bit more powdery. I think I can see better without this little light. There's like a little, it's a mirror with lights, but I feel like it's right in my line of sight, and then I can't really see what I'm doing. This is a lot better. I actually really like these eyeshadows. Okay, I'm gonna go in and do a little more blending. My eyes are so round and I can never quite get like a good shape going. Like, does that look stupid? Kind of feel like it does. So I'm just kind of stamping the shape. And I'll clean it up. So I'm going back in with that Fremont, the darkest green, just to kind of create a nicer shape. It has been a really long time since I've done anything more than daily makeup, so my goal really is to start practicing again and get a real camera so you can actually kind of see what I'm doing. I'll blend that out, don't worry. Just so I can get my skills up to where I want them. And it's very relaxing for me to play with makeup. I just really enjoy it. So hopefully you can learn along with me, or learn from my mistakes, or help me learn. I mean, all options would be cool. Okay, now we're gonna blend. That looks a little more like I did something. And I'm blending very light-handed. And it's kind of blending away really easily. So I'm gonna go back in with that Hill color just to add more right up in here. So yeah, now I don't look like I have hooded eyes, but I still look kind of crazy. Okay, so I think we're gonna go in with this Northwest color. It's like a little pink champagne is how I would describe it. And I think I'm gonna bust open the brush that comes with it. It's this dual-ended, kind of like a shader brush, and then that little detailed brush. So I'm going to go in with that under the brows. I was thinking I would have to like get another palette altogether for a transition, but I don't think I'm going to. So scratch the Subculture palette because that Dawn really didn't do anything. Wow, this color is super pigmented. Did you just see that? Maybe it's the angle of the ring light, but I kind of feel like Mimi. It's not what I was going for. I'm gonna go in and just hit some more of that space, what was it, Space Needle? I think Fairy, and tone down some of this. I don't know about you, but when I do my makeup, I'm like running room to room to catch different light. I'm gonna try not to do that today. So I really can't, hold on. I feel like this side is way more muddied up to my brow bone. I don't really know what to do. Help. Well, you know what? Honey, it just is what it is today because I don't think I have it in me. I think I'm gonna go in with this color here, Mount Rainier, I guess. It looks like a little bit more olive tone, and just kind of put it here to kind of marry the two, the Hill and Fremont. I'm gonna bring in some of that Northwest on the inner corner. Okay. Every time I say this name, I think of Northwest, like Kim's daughter. And I'm bringing it slightly up onto the lid. I'm not happy with the way this looks, but I don't think there's anything I can do. That's it, and that's all. Okay. So now I'm gonna use some products that aren't new. Black liner, and I'm gonna line my waterline. So now I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to line with liquid liner. I'm scared, I'm so scared. This is why I do my eyes first if I'm gonna do something like this, because I gotta be touching my face. Alright, I better try this other eye. This is why I go back and forth, because look, now this is bigger. Good enough. So I'm gonna go in with just a basic waterproof mascara to hold my curl. So now I'm gonna go in with this Anastasia stick foundation in the shade Beige. I really hope this is the right shade. I'm not altogether sure, but we're gonna find out together. So I really like the packaging. I picked this up for $10. I've never used a stick foundation. So I'm just gonna go in. I think that's okay. I don't know. It feels cool to do. So let's start with this and blend it in and see what kind of coverage we get. I don't really know what brush to use. I'm gonna use this powder concealer brush just because this is like kind of not as stiff of a kabuki. It's not as stiff not as stiff as, I can't. It's not stiff, okay? So we're going to blend that. Maybe I should stipple. Now the consistency of a cream, you have to move it a little bit. You can't just stipple because it doesn't really go anywhere. And I am dry right now, like I'm starting to get my winter flakes. I think the color's okay. So I would definitely say this is a light to medium coverage foundation. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on, and then I might try and see how it goes on with a beauty sponge. Let me just spritz that with some rose water. One trick for you if you have dry skin is to wet your beauty blenders or whatever you use with a rose water or setting spray versus just plain tap water, so that it doesn't dehydrate your skin. So let's just put a little bit more of this on. I feel like you can really see my pores, and it ain't cute. Okay, so now we're gonna try this. I don't really even know what I did there. And I'm not gonna bring it up too close to my eyes just because since I am dry, I don't want a ton of product caked there, and I'm gonna put some concealer on. It definitely takes a little bit of work to blend, I would say. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go back in with the brush, I think. Yeah, the brush is definitely the way to go, I would say. I'm too arthritic to be bouncing a sponge on my face for that long. I would say the color is okay. Yeah, this is totally bringing out the texture and dryness to my skin. I don't know if you can see. Not my fave. So I'm gonna go in with some concealer. And this is really clinging to like my dry spots. I don't know if you can see, it ain't cute. I guess I'm just gonna go in with some of this concealer. It's in the shade Scarlet, which is the lightest, which I don't love on me. I need to use it up. And then I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty sponge. Sometimes I feel like this picks up a little bit too much of the product, you know, and starts to share it out. So I'm gonna take whatever's left and just put it on my high points here, blend it in. And I'm gonna go ahead and cover my hyperpigmentation since the foundation didn't do that. So you can see that's a lot more full coverage, and I used the tiniest bit. Now I'm going to set that with just my setting powder. I need a better brush for underneath the eye. So if you have a recommendation, let me know. So at my age, I can't do like a ton of baking, but I do like to do some. That's just because I've gotten more dry, and so it just clings, and it ain't cool. I should have exfoliated. We're gonna add a little zhuzh to this bottom. So I went in with a little bit of that Mount Rainier color. Just need to blend it. I also need a better brush for down here. I think I'm gonna take some of that fairy color just to soften it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and tight line the bottom, I think. Okay, I need to contour. It's been a minute since I used this. It's called the Skinny Dip. It's a little warm. And always bring it up into your hairline and blend that out. And I should probably contour my nose, and I just never do. My brushes are dirty. No, I think I made it worse. Mm-hmm. That's why I never contour my nose. Like, look, it looks like 10 times worse. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and brush off whatever excess I've got going on here. And next we're gonna go in with this Anastasia Blush Trio in Pool Party. I scored this for $11. And I think we'll go in with this first shade, Blank. I like it. Oh, I really like that. So we'll just go in with the OG Mary Luminizer. Sometimes I can't help myself. Okay, I think next I'll go in with my finishing coat of mascara. Now this is when, if I was like really good, I would be putting my false lashes on, but we ain't quite there yet, okay? So, mascara it is. This is just some Epic. I'm not one that's big on bottom mascara, but I'm gonna do a little bit today. Yeah, this is why I never do it though. Oh God, that looks scary. If you could see my full face right now, I'm like, very cute. Very, very cute. Time for lips. Pouty. Okay. Now we're gonna go in with this Bite Beauty Lipstick in Meringue. I got this in my FabFitFun box. All right, you guys. So I'm going to set my makeup with my setting spray. This sprays a lot, like a lot. We're gonna let that dry. And that is the finished look. Oh, never mind. Now, that is the finished look using the new products that I picked up from TJ Maxx. This Cargo Emerald City Eye Palette. Very, very cute. Okay, bye.